One more breath, just like that. Deep inhale and exhale. Gently come back to center, staying up nice and tall. Sweep both arms up high overhead. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your gaze, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee, gently looking over your left shoulder. Deep twist. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, left hand to right knee, deep twist, looking over your right shoulder. Come back to center, see the arms overhead. Release your right hand by your hips, side bend over to the right, left bicep to left ear. Bend your left elbow, cactus your arm. Inhale, reach. Hold it for the exhale, rise up on your next inhale. Exhale, release your left hand down by your left hip, deep side bend over to the left side. Exhale, bend your elbow. Inhale, reach. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release your hands to your heart. Find a quick tabletop. Walk your hands a palm print forward, tuck your toes, lift your hips, coming to our first downward facing dog. Pedal it out, bending and extending one leg at a time. Lift both the heels, rock forward, find your high plank. Option to lower the knees. We're going to lower the elbows all the way down. Full chaturanga. When you get there, untuck your toes, press up, mini cobra. Release down. One more mini cobra. Gently release down. Walk your hands towards your lower rib cage. Press up, full cobra. Come through tabletop into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Deep bend and extend in both of the knees. Keep it going. Gaze is towards your thighs, biceps framing your ears. Inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your right knee, stack your hip. Come back, square out the hips. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Kick it back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Kick it straight back. Step through, find your runner's lunge. Inhale, rise up, high crescent. You can have a bend that back knee or you can hold it straight. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep the arms back, hinge forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep, lightning crescent. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep and hold. Hold the hinge forward, sweep both arms around in front. We're going to pivot the left toes as we draw that left arm up and over, opening up for your warrior two. Inhale, lengthen, big star. Exhale, bend into that right knee, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. One more. Hold the deep bend in that right knee. Reverse your warrior, tuck your left hand behind your back. Come into extended side. Right hand to right knee. Lengthen that right leg, reach your right arm down, left arm up, find your triangle. Hold it here, pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1. Hold it low, reverse your triangle, tuck your left hand behind your back or down your left thigh. Cartwheel down as you bend into that right knee. Find your high lunge. Reach your left hand down to the floor on a block inside your right foot. Sweep your right arm high. Circle out that right wrist. Maybe circle out your shoulder forwards and backwards. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, tap it under and through the left side body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach your arm high. Gently release it down to the outside of your right foot. Step your right foot back and find your flow. Always an option to lower the knees. Inhale, rise up. Coming back to your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Coming back to your breath. Inhale, lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your left knee, stack your hip. Square out your hip, kick your left leg straight back. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, kick it back. knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap left knee toe, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your left foot in between your palms. Find your focus, rise up, finding your high crescent. You can straighten that right leg to get deeper in that right hip flexor. You can always bend into that right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward, sweep the arms back. Inhale, rise 2 more times. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep and hold. Draw both arms around in front. Pivot your right toes, open up. Find your warrior 2. Hold it here for the exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Big star. Exhale, bend into that left knee. Find that warrior 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Flip your left palm. Reverse your warrior. Left bicep to left ear. Release your left hand or left knee, elbow rather, to your left knee. Come into extended side. Straighten that left leg. Reach your left arm down, right arm up. Find your triangle. Hold it here. If you'd like to pulse it, lift and lower for 3. That's 2. And hold it low on the next one. Reverse your triangle. Right hand behind your back or down your right leg. Try to high five that wall behind you. On your next exhale, bend into that left knee. Cartwheel your hands down. Pivot your right toes. Keep your right hand on the floor on a block inside that left leg. Left arm reaches high. Circle out your wrist. You can gaze up or down. Circle out your shoulder, maybe backwards and forwards. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, thread it under and through the right side body. Inhale, reach. 2 more times. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Plant it to frame your left foot. Step your left foot back. Find your flow. Come all the way down. This time, just come into cobra and then bend into your elbows. We're going to do a little stretch here. Keep your left hand boxed out so your wrists are under your shoulders. Release your right arm long. Relax that right leg. Lift your left leg high. Stay here. You want to deepen that twist. Rock onto that right hip. Maybe bending your left knee in front or behind that right leg. Coming into broken wing. Opening up your right shoulder and your left hip. Gently rock back onto your stomach, both hips, both shoulders. Walk your right hand in. Extend your left arm out long, keeping that right hand boxed out. Wiggle your left leg. From here, relax that left leg. Lift your right leg high. Stay here. Pivot onto that left hip. Maybe bending your right knee behind or in front of your left leg. Allowing your right hip and your left shoulder to open up a little bit more. Your next inhale, gently rock back onto your tummy, both hips, both shoulders. Walk your hands under your lowest rib cage, press up, full cobra. Come through, downward facing dog, pedal it out. Have a deep bend in both your knees, walk your hands towards your feet. Coming into a forward fold. Half lift, hands to shins or blocks, crown of your head pulling to the top of your mat. Exhale, back to that forward fold. Slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Head is the last to lift. When you get there, roll your shoulders down and back. All right, we're ready to start sculpting. We're going to use a set of light weights here. Grab 1 weight in each hand. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Sink your hips down low, sweep your arms forward, finding your chair. Gentle pulses. As you continue to pulse, we're going to draw the arm back and forward, alternating. Right arm, then left arm. You can add a pulse. You can take out the pulse. Do what you can, forwards and backwards. To add balance, keep your gaze forward. To challenge your balance, bring your gaze with your hand. with or without that weight. Arm sweeps, back and front. You've got it, few more. Give me one more on each side. Stay in your chair, bring your hands to heart center, twist over, bring your left elbow towards your right knee. Hold that twist, you can always stay more upright, trying to keep hands at heart center from here. Tap the left leg back and forward, tap it back and forward. You can also place a block in front of you, in front of your right foot, and place your hands on that block and just tap the left leg back and forward. Tap it back and forward. With or without that twist, with or without that left elbow, tapping that right knee. Keep it going. Left foot taps back and forward. Gentle tap. Few more here. Stay with it. That's it, 2 more. 1 more. All right, come on up, shake it out. Use that block, set it over to the left side. Bring your hands back to heart center, sink your hips down low. Twist, drawing that right elbow towards the left knee. Maybe it touches, maybe it just comes close. Maybe your hands are on that block. Tap your right leg back and forward. Tap it back and forward. Gentle tap back. Ground through your left foot. Big toe, pinky toe, straight back to your heel. Right foot taps back and forward. Tap it back and forward. Whether your right elbow is on your left knee, hands to the floor or blocks, or just hands at the heart center, keep that upper body rotation. Keep it going, tap it back and forward. Last one. All right, rise on up, set that block off to the side. Come back and find your chair. Sweep both arms forward. We're going to sweep both arms back as we lift the heels. Lower the heels, sweep it forward. Lift the heels, arms back and forward. So arms stay close in towards the body. Sweep and lift. Draw the arms forward. Lower the heels. Now, if lifting the heels as you draw the arms back, it's just not your thing this morning, that's okay. You can lift and lower the heels as you hold the arms forward, or take out the heel lift altogether and just sweep the arms. Keep it going, lift and lower arms, with or without those heels. Do what you can. Last one. Gently rise on up. Find a tree. Left leg is your base. Staying tall on that left leg. Draw the inside sole of your right foot to the inside of your left ankle, calf, or thigh. Palms facing out. We have an Arnold press. Full bicep curl. Arms overhead. Gently bringing the palms facing outward. You've got it. If you want to add more challenge, you can stand on a block, still grounding through that left foot. No matter the height of your right foot on the inside of your left leg, you want to keep that right hip open. Full curl, palms in towards the same shoulder. Gently drawing the arms overhead. Arnold press. A few more here. Curl, lift, bend, extend. One more. All right, go ahead and release your curl, release your right legs. Set the block off to the side if you previously hadn't. We're going to come into a standing single leg mountain. Right knee still, arms overhead. We're going to sweep the arms back as we hinge forward, finding your bird. Kick that right leg back. You can set the weights down. You can place your hands on a block, so bringing a block between your palms, rise up. Tapping that block down as you kick that right leg back. You can tack your foot down in between. Excuse me. Do what you can. Lift, bring it down. Lift, bring it down. Doing what you can with or without those weights, with or without the block, maybe tapping down in between. All right, last one here. Finish up where you're at. Once you complete that bird, go ahead and lower that right foot. Go ahead and grab those weights. We're gonna find a plie squat. So feet wider than your hips, toes turned out from here, weights to your shoulders. We have an alternating heel lift with an overhead press. Palms are facing in, knees tracking out towards your toes, chest stays lifted. Inner and outer thigh work right here. Keep it going. Very nice, Mindy. Way to keep the hips low, lift and lower. Maybe add in that heel lift. Stay with it. Almost there. Lift and lower. Finish up last side. Come on up to standing. We're gonna find that tree. This time, right leg is your base. Draw that left leg to the inside of your right leg, anywhere, palms facing in. We have a hammer curl. Bend and extend. I'm sorry, we're gonna do a half hammer curl. Half curl, bent fly lift, lower, extend. So elbows bent at 90, lift them up, lower down. My hammer curl seems way too short for the press that we just did. You can plant your right foot on a block on the floor if you'd like to add more of a balance challenge. You are also more than welcome to just keep your right foot on the floor, making sure to keep that left hip open. Half curl, bent fly lift, lower, extend. Give me one more wherever you're at. Release it all down. Set that block off to the side if you previously were standing on it. Draw your right leg towards the floor. Left arms over, oh my gosh, left knee up. Oh, left knee up, arms overhead. We're gonna kick that left leg back as we hinge forward. Maybe sweeping the arms back. You can have a bend in that left knee. You can tap it down, flex through that foot, draw it straight back. You can swap those weights out for a block between your palms. And then as you hinge forward, you can tap that block to the floor. Knee drive. And back. Maybe tapping it down. Do what you can today. Give me one more wherever you're at. All right, Jenny, lower that left leg, shake it out. Set the block off to the side, grab those weights one more time. We're gonna come back to that plie squat. Draw your weights at heart center. We're gonna tap right elbow to right knee, rise up, just the right side. Crunching out that right oblique here. Crunch maybe that right elbow and right knee, make connection. Maybe they're super close. Give me 3 more. And then we're gonna switch sides. 2 more. 1 more. Rise up, left elbow towards left knee. This time feel that stretch all along the right side body. Nice, keep it going. Few more here. You got it. Give me 1 more, and then we're gonna alternate to keep everything nice and even. Right side, center, left side, center. Use your deep core muscles here to draw that same elbow towards the same knee. Avoid allowing your torso to roll forwards. Keep that top shoulder stacked directly over the bottom. Crunch and lift, crunch and lift. So strong. Keep it going. We're going to swap these weights out for a block in just a moment. Keep it going. Think every time you crunch on one side, you're stretching the other side. One more time, each side. Come on up, all right. Set the weight down. Go ahead and grab your block. We're gonna start with the right leg. Left leg is your base. Bring that block gently out in front. You can stack them if you wanna make it higher. Go ahead and lift that right leg high. Bend your right knee, tap it behind the outside of your left. Kick it straight back. Right leg lower, lift, Shiva squat, extend, L step lower, and lift, Shiva squat, bend, and extend. So really flex through your right foot as you lower it down to meet the right towards the floor. Point through your right toes as you draw that right knee towards the outside of your left thigh, left knee, calf, or ankle. Keep it going. L step, Shiva squat, extend, and lower. All right, finish up where you're at. We're gonna switch sides. So right leg is your base. Go ahead and extend that left leg straight back. Bend your left knee, tap it to the outside of the right. Kick it straight back. Flex that foot, lower down, lift, bend, extend. Lower L step, lift L step, bend for Shiva squat, extend it straight back. Keep it going. Maybe keeping your gaze a few feet in front of your hands, whether they're on a block, multiple blocks, or on the floor. Lift, bend, extend, and lower. You've got it. Almost there. Last one. All right, go ahead and come back into a goddess pose. Let's keep that block. I'm gonna switch up a little bit. Draw your elbows wide, block between your palms. Draw the arms overhead, straighten the legs, bring it back down. Right side, center, left side, center. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Come back into that bend, left side, center. So just like a beautiful 3-point star, come back down, and then you're gonna alternate which side you start towards. Keep the elbows wide, squeeze that block between your palms. Lift and lower. You've got it. Keep it going. All right, come back to center. We're gonna try something new, Mindy. If this is just not your thing with the knees, we'll go ahead and stop. Come into a high crescent. So right foot forward, left foot back. So deep bend into that right knee. Draw the arms up overhead, hinge forward, bend a little bit deeper into that right knee. And then draw that right knee straight as you straighten that right leg, bend into your left knee. And then hinge forward. Did you say, oh no? I know, it's a funky one. But so basically, you're like doing, huh? Yep, we absolutely do. So it's a little muscle memory, little mental memory. But your knee's feeling okay? Oh. And you can always bring your hands at heart center. Maybe draw your arms back. Let's do it one more on this side, and then we're going to switch sides. All right, come on up, switching it out. Oh, that really burns that back quad. All right, right leg back, left foot forward, arms overhead, hands at heart, any place that you'd like. Bend a little bit deeper into that front knee to get some momentum, if you will. And then straighten that left leg, bend into that right knee. Bend back, find that high crescent. Reverse crescent. Just moving here. How's it feel on this side? Oh, I see, like you bend and then straighten. That's okay, however it works. I think it might actually be hard doing one at a time. All right. Let's do one more crescent and then reverse crescent. All right, let's shake it out. Whew, that one got me working up a sweat. All right. How do you feel about Warrior One and Exalted Warrior? I love it. Awesome. Well, we'll work up to Warrior 3, don't worry. All right, deep bend. Yeah, deep bend that left knee. Find that Warrior One, and then draw your left hand back towards your right inner thigh. Keeping that right arm up. Stay with that deep bend in your left knee. So if you start to straighten that left knee, try to bend back into that left knee. And then stack the shoulders over the hips. Pull that left arm up. Maybe hinge forward, release your right hand down to the inside of your left foot. Rise back up, find your Warrior One. Release your left hand. You can release it behind your back, tucking it towards your right hip. You can release it down towards your inner right thigh or just behind your right thigh. Come back to Warrior One. Stay here, release your right hand down. High lunge with a twist. Let's try that one more time. Warrior One, arms overhead. Release your left hand down, tuck it behind your back towards your right hip, maybe your right thigh. Arms overhead, back to that Warrior One. Release the right hand down. Gently rise on up, step your right foot forward. Let's shake it out. Let's do the other side. You feeling good with that? No, I love it. I love it. I totally forgot to cue the block. Thank you. Now that I think of it, I'm going to use one. All right. Right leg forward, left leg back. Of course, that left foot's at a 45-degree deep bend in that right knee. Warrior One. Release your right hand this time behind your back, maybe towards your left hip, maybe down your left thigh. Press into that right knee. Inhale, rise up. Release the right arm high. Exhale, cartwheel your left hand down, right arm up. Rise up. Find your Warrior One. Release your right hand down. Press that right knee forward. Maybe gaze up towards the ceiling. Challenge your balance. You can always keep your gaze forward. Gently reach the right arm up. Back to Warrior One. Cartwheel your left hand down inside that right foot on the block or on the floor. One more time through Warrior One. Arms overhead. Release that right hand anywhere along the back side. Press into that right knee. Come back, find your Warrior One. Cartwheel your left hand down, right arm up. All right, step that left foot to meet the right. We're gonna come down to the floor now. Excuse me. So go ahead and come, let's see. Come to the back of your mat. Sweep your arms up high. Swan dive forward. Forward fold, half lift, hands to shins. Come back to that forward fold. Have a deep bend in the knees. Walk your hands out to that high plank. Press your hips up, downward facing dog. Bend both knees, hover your shins, power dog. Press back into that high plank. Have a bend the knees, walk your hands back towards your feet. Hands towards your hips, the long spine, roll all the way up. One more time, arms sweep overhead. Swan dive forward. Hands towards the floor to blocks, hands to shins, half lift. Back to that forward fold. Keep a deep bend in your knees, walk your hands out, just like an inchworm, out to that high plank. Press your hips up and back. Find your downward facing dog, biceps frame your ears. On your exhale, bend your knees, shins hovering, power dog. Press your hips forward, high plank. Bend into your knees, walk your hands back. My goodness. Back towards your feet with a long spine. Roll all the way up. All right. Let's go ahead and come onto the floor. What happened to my timer? Let's come onto the floor on our back, grabbing all of that equipment, your weights and your blocks. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and grab that block, place it between your thighs. Grab one weight in each hand. Go ahead and roll on back. Stack your knees over your hips, knees bent at 90. Tuck your chin. Reach your hands towards your outside ankles, and we're just going to reach from side to side. In case we didn't get enough oblique work already, here's a little bit more. Continue to squeeze that block between your thighs, reaching your fingertips long towards the outer ankle. Reach for your pinky toe, your ankle, anywhere along your calf, your knee. Reach for whatever you can. Just side to side. Two more on each side. All right, gently come back to center. Draw your elbows wide behind your head. Keep that block just where it's at. From here, allow the knees to fall over to the right, back to center, over to the left. Just side to side. Now that bottom knee, it can tap the floor. It can hover. You just want to draw your knees from one side to the next. Using your abs, do not use any momentum, slow and steady. So think as slow as you lift the knees back to center. That's how slow you want to draw the knees over to the side. Going. One more time each side. And then gently come back to center. With that block still between your thighs, both weights in your hands, extend your arms and legs long in opposite directions. Crunch your knees to your chest, elbows to your knees, or reach your hands towards your outside ankles. Crunching yourself up and in, just like you're trying to fit into a tiny suitcase. Extend, crunch it in. Your lower back is glued to the floor the entire time. Slow and steady, don't go for speed on any of these. If you find that your lower back is lifting up off the floor, if you have any discomfort in your lower back, extend your limbs to a diagonal or even up towards the ceiling. So extend and then crunch everything in. The lower your limbs are towards the floor, the more of a challenge it's going to be for your core. Keep it going. All right, keep the knees bent. Rock yourself up. We're going to just find a little boat. Bring your palms by your side. Deep inhales, deep exhales as you continue to pulse those arms. Keep it going. Gentle pulses. Navel pull into your spine, up to the crown of your head. You got this. Stay with it. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Palms can be facing down, towards your knees, up towards the ceiling. Your choice. Few more. Last 3, 2, and 1. Gently roll on back. Set the weights off to the side. Grab that block. Keep your knees slightly bent and then draw your legs slightly up into a diagonal in a wide V stance. We're going to draw figure 8s with that block, passing that block around your thighs, your knees, your calves, ankles, maybe your toes. Reach under and through, crunching up. Keep it going. Reach and crunch. Just draw in a figure 8. You've got it. Crunch and drawing that figure 8 up and through. Almost there. Stay with it. Don't kill Mindy. In 3, we're going to switch directions. That's 2 and 1. All right, reverse that direction. Just like with that funky reversed crescent or reverse warrior, however you want to look at it. We're just challenging ourselves in different ways. Keep it going. Figure 8. Maybe try thinking about reaching the opposite shoulder towards the opposite knee. Keep it going for 10, 9, 8, that's 7, 6 more, 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Gently release your knees and your feet down. Set the block off to the side. We're going to butterfly the knees out as long as it does not bother your knees. Gently draw the elbows wide. If this does bother your knees, you can just plant your feet, draw your knees up towards the ceiling. We're going to do a glute bridge, lift and lower. And then we're going to draw the knees to the elbows, elbows to the knees, crunch and extend. Glute bridge, lift and lower, knee and elbow tap, extend. So you can always plant the feet, draw your knees up towards the ceiling, lower the hips, draw the knees in, elbows in, bridge, lift, lower, knee and elbow taps, extend. Few more here, just like that. Lift, lower, draw it in, and extend. Give me 2 more. Hips lift, hips lower, elbows tap, elbows extend. 1 more. All right, gently lower your feet, lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Reach your arms and legs long and tiny. Create a tiny arch in your lower back, arms and legs long in opposite direction. Gently walk your feet in towards your hips. Lift your right leg high. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh, flexing your right foot. Reach your hands down by your hips. Press up, figure 4 bridge. Gently release down. 1 more time, figure 4 bridge. Lift and lower. Allow your knees to fall to the right and to the left. Just side to side. You do not have to make contact with the floor. Just moving in a comfortable direction. When you're ready, come back to center. Draw your right leg to the outside of your left, so coming into eagle legs. And then allow your knees to fall over to the left. Maybe placing your left hand on your top right knee. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling or over your right shoulder. Gently come back to center. Releasing your right foot to meet the left. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Flex through your left foot, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Release your hands back by your hips. Inhale, press your hips up. Gently lower down, figure four bridge, lift. And lower. Allow your knees to fall from side to side. On your next full side to side, gently plant your right foot on the floor. Slide your left leg down to the outside of your right leg. Then allow your knees to fall over to the right. Maybe your right hand gently pulls your knees down towards the floor. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling or over your left shoulder. Gently come back to center. Release your left foot to meet the right, and then draw your legs up towards the ceiling. Flex through your feet. You can reach your hands towards your toes, or just keep your arms by your side. Point, flex, circle out your wrists and ankles. Gently bend your knees in towards your chest. Curl yourself into a tight ball, and then rock and roll yourself a few times along your spine. And then coming up to a comfortable seat. You can place your hands on your knees, hands at heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you and trying some new fun moves and flows. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your week and weekend. Namaste. You're so welcome. I'm glad that